Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Second and 4 at the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now second and 4 from the 31.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Hey, 47.
54.
To throw is Prescott. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. That's Luke Kuechly with a sack. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
Throwing on second and long. Prescott. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper.
Set, ready? 90, Wolf.
Right here.
Shoot.
So after the INT, it's Allen. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. He won't go down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Well, officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
70, Indy. Deep rip.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey.
That's a what?
Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Going to throw deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'd open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott, 75 yards, and the Cowboys have taken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Recon, 152 fighter.
Kill, turn up. Switch. Let's go.
Now this time, Allen will throw. That's to McCaffrey, complete. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make it 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Flush to his right. He may try and run for the... Allen hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it. But I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Watch his flat. Watch his flat. 59 Mike. Check.
Now Prescott. Caught by Cobb. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 1st and 10, Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here, complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or...
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Following the touchdown, here's Moore to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, orbit.
Right there. 54, right there.
From the gun, it's Allen. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot.
60 or.
Line 54. I got you, Pop.
Now.
Motion. Hey, check motion man.
Hey, Delta.
Get hands on motion man.
Keep gripping.
Now this time he'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Go.
Here we go with McCaffrey. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. Christian McCaffrey unable to get to the marker. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at their 48-yard line.
Let's get it.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Defense, keep it up, guys. Check 43. Rush in.
We're going to 54. Right here.
Say.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Check it.
Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Line 26.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The Cowboys' all-time receptions leader, Jason Witten, the intended target. But now it's 3rd down. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
26. We're going to 54. Line 26.
Prescott from the gun. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey, and he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Mike 54. All day, baby. All day, all day, all day. Check 37.
Here we go, 46.
Check 3, check 3.
Here we go, going to 53. 26.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Squeeze, double. Hey, one set. Check, Mike 54. Mike 54. Get the ball.
Hey, we're going to 54. Why is?
Bang.
26.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Completes it to Jason Witten. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Open man is Samuel, complete. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, you know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10. The throw over the middle, taken in. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Allen. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Allen. And he's got the hook up to Moore. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
Right there. Get it.
Allen going to go on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Cowboys' defense is going to get him the football back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Set a tone. Watch it.
Prescott on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
Then we're going to 53. Then we're going to 54. Why?
Watch the whip. He's coming. We got double up.
26.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Prescott. He's got the connection to Cooper. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 42.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott rolling to his right. He's going to look into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Sean Lee, the longtime vet, getting in and getting to the QB. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Well, the 2nd down throw on target. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Xavier Woods with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Because we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. But they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
That really sets them back. A loss of 6.
Go now. 60 outlaw.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready? 50. Plant. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Here we go. Ready?
Now on second and 16. Allen to the right side, and he's got more, complete. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Now the Panthers going to use... the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Panthers on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. To the air again, Newton. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they've been on the same group.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jalen Smith able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. The Panthers going for it on 4th. Newton. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Check, watch me before, watch me before. Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl.
At the 12-yard line.
Here we go, 46.
Delta. Mike 54. Mike 54. Check.
26.
On second and a couple. Prescott, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Throwing is Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. The sack by Robert Quinn. So they have now gone for it on 4th 4 times, and they have converted no times.
I know we talk about analytics and how it's entered into the game, and there's a good percentage that says, go for it. You will actually make a good percentage. In this case, the analytics just went right out the window. 0 for 4. They've got to start looking at things in a different way.
Here we go.
Check. Watch 54. Set the tone, defense.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Check 13.
Here we go. Going to 54. Line in. Here we go, 46, 46. 26.
Prescott from the gun on third. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
See, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Newton on first down. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Tighten down. There you go.
To throw again. Newton, now in desperation. It got his man complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there for Carolina. 56 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for Jarius Wright that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Mike 54. Watch the curls.
Throwing again. Newton. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Robert Quinn picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long.
Gun.
From the gun, here's Newton. He's going to let it fly. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
It's our time.
Newton to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And the Cowboys are able to recover. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Again, it's Elliott. It was Eric Reed in on the stop. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
Let's go, Steve. Don't be like that offense.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. And now
here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
Let's go.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Elliott. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.